Hi, I'm Zach from Ericat. I'm a graduate artist and animator, alongside my brother Dennis, a graduate 3D artist and coder. We're a duo from the UK that like to make games. We have a fair amount of experience in games design, with Dennis's senior university project Boom Beasts and 3 global game jams that we've worked on as a duo under our belt. Recently we decided to make an attempt at a fully fleshed out game by ourselves and are sharing the journey step by tentative step. The first hurdle we had to jump through was the one before the marathon even began. What are we making? This taught us the lesson that, at least in our case, sitting down and saying, let's come up with a game concept from scratch, is not an easy nor natural way for ideas to appear. Everything we thought of with the explicit purpose of making a game felt soulless, but after a night of using a more natural artistic process of consuming music and art that inspires me, I came back to Dennis with something. I like the idea of playing with positive and negative traits on the protagonist and enemies, to which he responded, that's pretty good. And that's all the idea we had for a short while, a unique selling point. It's not a wholly unheard of concept for a game. Indie darling Darkest Dungeon did it, so we decided to beef it up from a cool selling point to the meat of our game. The blueprint is as follows. We'll have over 150 traits, good and bad. All enemies and bosses will have them too, and each one will provide a neat visual trait, like a hue shift to your character or angry eyebrows, alongside statistical or gameplay changes based on what defines your character. As of recording, we've passed 80 traits, including their effects and cosmetic changes, all of which are prepared to be implemented into the game. Next, we began to break down what kind of genre and playstyle we wanted, opting for a cute 2D turn-based battle system focused around minigames a la Paper Mario. But instead of partners to help you take the brunt of the enemy force, you'll be able to take multiple actions on your turns, giving the chance to heal, recover, and then throw more attacks at the enemy. The game will also be a roguelike, as this will be the kind of game that needs replayability, and not a one-time linear story. It was at this point that our pot of mechanics began to bubble and create some interesting possibilities, but we'll visit that in later videos. It may sound like we've set ourselves up for disappointment, like a child saying they'll be an astronaut when they're older, but we've already made a head start to the game prior to writing these episodes, with many of the above features already being worked on and implemented. From here we began to work on the plot. Being a roguelike game, plot is very much secondary to gameplay. Games such as Binding of Isaac and Enter the Gungeon make that very clear. So we wanted something short and sweet that needs very little explaining, so we come up with the following. You're an adventurer in a light-hearted fantasy world. You stumbled upon a magical place called the Oubliette, a strange underground world where all the inhabitants are warped and have weird quirks. Giant goblins and burning lizard people and many other groups that live down there. As you work your way through the floors of the Oubliette, you may learn a bit about yourself. Are you brave or cowardly? Tough or flimsy? Mysterious or on fire? So, that's where we're at for this episode. We've done a lot of stuff to get started so far, but it would be better to discuss other parts we've made after setting the groundwork. If you'd like to see more progress as it happens, follow us here on our Twitter at EricatDev, and help our bottled message in this sea of videos stay afloat by pushing us up the algorithm with likes and comments. Thanks for humouring us and hope to see you see us in future. Ciao for now.